Hey guys, Koichi here. Last time, I did a top 10 list about the worst of animated shows that spin off from a movie. Well, a remake, to be precise. Now, I am about to make an opposite of that, just to show some movies based on animated shows to be grateful for. If ElijahTheAnimator's not doing a list like this, then I'm doing it. Let me be clear with the rules. In order to be on this list, it has to be animated, released in theaters or in a streaming service, and I'm sure that I have seen every single one of them. Ladies, gentlemen, and gender fluids, here comes the top 10 best movies based on a cartoon. If you guys don't know me, I was a major brony in the mid-2010s. I watched a ton of Friendship is Magic during that time. Of course, I was a casual brony, so I unfortunately didn't bother buying the toys. Nowadays, I don't watch the show anymore, probably due to busy scheduling and getting into other shows. But thankfully, putting their movie in the list reignites a bit of my bronyism. The story may seem generic at first, but really gets good with the humor, heart, tension, and tons of action that puts you on the edge of your seat. The hand-drawn animation is beautiful and fluid. It works well with the characters. The CG backgrounds also fit the style of the show. This is animation that really levels up from the show. Speaking of characters, we may have not learned much that's new from them, but they are portrayed at their best, and the new ones are welcoming additions to the franchise with memorable personalities and incredible development. The songs are upbeat, catchy, and well written. This is even one of the greatest musicals of the whole last decade. For crying out loud, I almost never skip anything from this soundtrack, it's that fish-filleting good. This movie is an epic event for all fans alike, including myself. This is only the start of the list, cause it's really only for the fans, but the next movie, in the other hand. Let me be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Scooby-Doo. Sure, I watched the original in 2nd grade, and I consider Mystery Incorporated my favorite show of the bunch, but this dog is more my sister's thing. This movie is my kind of Scooby-Doo. It goes out of the blue to try something unique for the franchise by going for the Marvel-style story that fits Scooby's history of crossovers, but still keeps the signature elements like the mystery, the humor, and the Detective Pikachu-esque Easter eggs spotted here and there. Kind of ironic for an adaptation of a mystery cartoon to be taking the route of a mystery movie. The story is really original, and really hilarious. The animation is flat out fantastic. It's pretty much the only computer animated film you will see on this countdown. The Hanna-Barbera characters translate fairly well with a slight Disney Pixar touch. The characters stay true to their lovable selves, while bringing some new voices to the table. Seriously, this voice acting is underrated. It may not sound like the original V.AIs in the TV shows and direct-to-video films, but these actors still got the feel and personalities that fit their roles tightly. Unlike the last movie, Scooby is more welcoming to newcomers and non-fans, and that makes a good Scooby snack in form of a movie. Let's have a break from the modern movies and take a look at just one movie from my childhood, even though I haven't seen much of the Rugrats itself. This is one of my favorite movies to watch as a kid, and now looking back at it as an adult, I know why. The story in this movie is really deep and packed with heart and adventure. It tackles on being forgotten and having someone new in your life. The animation, just like My Little Pony, and most of the next movies, is beautiful, and levels up from the show to the maximum. I mean, this is literally what you don't get on television. It's that good. The characters get new layers that make them more likable than they're supposed to be. Most of them like Tommy, Gru, Chucky, and Angelica are reintroduced right to ya cause they're both new movie characters and the same guys from the show. How would I compare this to their sequels? Well, it's definitely better than Go Wild, even though I actually like that movie, still, but it's also better than Paris cause the emotional side is more original. The Rugrats movie is a great blast from the past. Like the Rugrats, I haven't seen the Wild Thornberrys. In fact, I haven't heard of it until Ben Looney put it on his top 10 classic cartoons that he hates. While the Rugrats film is deep, this is funnier. Oh boy does this movie got the humor. Every joke and gag in this damn movie is bullshit, no matter how they do it. The story also gets props for displaying how Elijah can talk to animals, which makes her an unlikable character, and I enjoyed the other Thornberrys as well, especially Darwin. I also appreciate the expansion of the world of Wild Thornberrys. It feels like a bit of a world tour. This is also a rare case where an environmental film is actually good. The Save the Animals message is more subtle here than it is in freaking Cloudy 2. Seriously, screw that movie in the balls. I watched this twice on Netflix, and I can't wait to see it again. This is probably my favorite of the two classic Zuko movies that air on sequels.
America.
This is a movie I watched in my teen years, so it's also a blast from the past. I know what you're thinking, Koizi, why you talking about politics? Well, excuse me, nincompoops, this may be political themed, but it's still an animated movie, so what do I like about this one? Well, it's literally a movie where Beavis and Butthead do America. Watching this feels like a tour of the country with the signature raunchy humor that made the two work, and the whole thing is just to investigate on this thiefy wife that stole everything from her husband, but it turns out to be somebody else that I ain't spoiling. The husband himself and the agents are the coolest characters in the movie with their deep badass voices and their serious right-wing personalities. The title duo is also great cause instead of getting pointless character development, they're just being themselves, and I love that just fine. These two boys can do this great nation, and so can Joe Biden.